Hello, Pelican Sound. Welcome to another episode of Do's and Don'ts with Mr. McDivot. I'm your head golf professional, Tim Harris. And as you can see behind me, we have a beautiful practice facility here at Pelican Sound. Plenty of space to do your practicing and warm up before you play. Driving range, putting green, chipping area. So in today's episode, Mr. McDivot is going to get a little practice in, and we're going to follow his routine and see how he does. I have a feeling there's going to be a few things that we need to talk to Mr. McDivot about, but let's see how he's doing out there on the practice facility.
All right, there's still a space or two up here. Oh, sugar plums. It's getting closer. Woo! Oh, hang on. All right, time to get some chips in. This whole area is nice and clean. All these balls just for me. Four over there. Sorry. All right, I'll leave the next guy a few. Oops. Need a few balls for my putts. All right, that should be good. Whoa! I'm walking here.
McDivot's being slovenly. Mr. McDivot, how many times have I told you to have your shirt tucked in when you're using the facilities? The dress code applies to all areas of the golf operation, whether you're hitting balls on the range, putting on the putting green, chipping.
You're right. All I focused on was the hat today.
It's not that difficult to just have your shirt tucked in.
You're
And
right.
what in the world are you doing with all these range balls on the putting green?
What's wrong with this, Tim?
Range balls on the putting green?
Yeah. You always told me countless times up there, practice makes perfect. What's wrong with this?
Practice makes perfect, but not when you're using range balls to putt.
What do you
You
mean?
should use your own golf balls. That's our recommendation. Because, are you using these on the course? I think we've talked to you about that before. Whoa, ho, ho! Where did you get that? That's a range ball.
Yeah.
Did you
That's
just
where I
take
got
that
it
off
from.
the range before we came out to play?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I don't use them anymore.
So why are you practicing them with them on the putting green?
Does it make that much of a difference?
It does. And aesthetically, it looks a lot better. I mean, because people leave their range balls all over the putting green. It doesn't look good. You're not going to leave these here, are you? You're going to clean up.
No, I'll make sure they're off the putting surface.
All right. Well, tuck in your shirt and enjoy the rest of your practice, okay?
Okay.
Thanks for understanding. Aye.
Well, Tim's not here anymore. They're off the surface.
So that was quite an interesting practice routine from Mr. McDivot, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
So we'd like everyone to play along at home. Maybe you can recall after watching the video all of the infractions Mr. McDivot had while using the practice facilities. You know, we started out at the driving range. Obviously his shirt was untucked right from the get-go. So the dress code policy applies to all areas of the golf course. You know, not only the golf course while you're playing, but the practice facilities. Also had an interesting way of hitting the balls. It looked like you were kind of spraying them all over. The divots were in different areas.
Yeah.
You know, we prefer to have the divots as close together as possible. Some people like to make a little line with their divots. It's a lot easier for our maintenance crew when it comes time to fill in those divots with the sand to keep the golf course and the driving range looking good. So maybe a little tighter with the divots there, not all over the place.
Yeah.
He also seemed to get a little obnoxious there at one point, whooping and yelling.
Woo! He was getting excited.
I think a few people on the range were looking over and wondering what was happening there. So, you know, when you're using the facilities, you try to keep to yourself and be quiet. You know, conversations are fine, but try not to, you know, call too much attention to yourself while you're out there. You went over to chip a few.
I did.
Yeah. Noticed that the green was nice and clean when you got over there.
Just the way I like it.
Just the way you like it.
There.
And then when you left, wasn't so clean. Looked like a lot of range balls.
I left a few balls for the other guys.
Yeah, very nice. But, you know, you noticed that quite a few balls were left there. The green was covered with those range balls. When you're done practicing, just clean up after yourself a little bit. It's a courtesy for all the other
Leave
golfers
the
that are
area
gonna
how
get it.
you like to find it.
There you go. Couldn't have said it better myself, you know. Then you came over to putt, and for some reason, you took some of those range balls and you brought them to the putting green.
Yeah.
A little concerned about that. Not that it's against the rules. You can go ahead and use range balls to putt, but it really doesn't do you any good when you're practicing. And that many. And then you didn't clean up. I think I told you to. You're not going to leave these here, are you? You're going to clean up.
No, yeah, I'll make sure they're off the putting surface. Well,
You cleaned up, I guess, in
they
a
were
roundabout
off the
way.
putting surface.
So when you throw the balls off the putting surface, technically that is cleaning up, but you're leaving, it's very unsightly. So, you know, number one, probably shouldn't use range balls when you're putting. Number two, just clean up after yourself when you're done. And obviously you tucked in your shirt there at the end, so that was good. I didn't quite catch that until it was the last thing you were doing there
It
when you
was
were putting.
incognito for a little while.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, you know, we just want everyone to be aware of your surroundings when you're using the practice facilities, the do's and don'ts. We covered quite a few don'ts there. There's always some do's in those don'ts. So, you know, be aware next time when you're practicing. It's a great practice facility we have here, so we want everyone to enjoy it. But that's all we got for today. Another great episode of Do's and Don'ts with Mr. McDivot.
All
See you next week.
Thanks for watching.